welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantal and today I'm going to go over 10 books that I really need to read this summer. And I love making these videos because then after the summer I'll be able to look back on them and see if I actually read all 10 of them or not. And the answer will probably be not, but you know what? We can actually give it a try. I got 10 books here that I really want to read this summer. Some of them are a bit embarrassing that I haven't read yet. Some of these are not even really summer-y. I just want to read them before the end of this year preferably. So I'm just gonna add them to my summer TBR, like my summer priority TBR, and hope that I actually read them. So the first book I have here is Beach Read by Emily Henry. And I know I'm years behind on reading this book. I've honestly only read one Emily Henry book and it was Book Lovers, and I did enjoy that one. I rated it 4 stars. And then I finally found this one in like a thrift store, so I had to buy it. But I haven't committed to reading it yet. I didn't want to read it during the winter. It just didn't feel right to read a book that's called Beach Read during the winter. But I really want to read it this summer because I feel like it's so hyped up and I want to see if it actually lives up to the hype or not. And I've just heard many good things about it, so I hope I will enjoy it. The second book I have on my summer TBR is Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez. And once again, I've heard many good things about this book. I found this book in a thrift store as well a long time ago, and I saw it and I was like, I have to read it because I've heard so many good things about it. I still haven't picked it up even though it's been on my TBR for over a year, so I think this is like a good time to actually read this book. I don't even really know what this book is about, okay? I can read the back for you guys because I don't know if this book is as well known as Beach Read is, but it just says, Darcy Phillips has a secret. Even Brooke, her best friend who she hopes could be something more, is clueless. Darcy is behind infamous Locker 89, providing an anonymous, questionably legal relationship advice service at school. But then disaster strikes. Her identity is uncovered by Australian new kid Alexander Buckham. If words get out that Darcy is behind the locker, Brooke will probably never speak to her again. Darcy will do whatever it takes to contain it. She strikes a deal in exchange for keeping him her secret. Darcy will help entitled Brady and annoyingly hot Burham win his ex-girlfriend back. What could possibly go wrong? So yeah, I'm a bit scared to read this book, but I'm also excited. But you know, I don't know if it will be something for me. But I saw it at the thrift store, so obviously I just had to buy it. You know, it's not that big of a deal. The third book I have on my summer TBR is not a summer book at all. It's actually a horror book, but I bought it like 5 months ago or maybe half a year ago already, and I was really excited to read it, but for some reason I still haven't picked it up. And it's The Whistling by Rebecca Nedley, and it just says, if you can hear it, it's already too late. It sounds so creepy. And this cover, like, I love horror book covers, like this just looks creepy. And it just says, when Elspeth arrives on a remote Scottish island to become nanny to a young child, she hopes to bond with her, until she learns that the girl has not spoken for months, and Mary's silence is not the only mystery. Hypnotic lullabies drift down empty corridors, strange dolls appear in abandoned rooms, and as the night rolls in, darker questions arise. What happened to Mary's late twin William? Why did her previous nanny disappear suddenly? Is the whistling Elspeth hears at night just a storm outside? Or is it something else? Like, that just sounds horrifying to me. I don't know, it freaks me out. But I love that. I love a good creepy book. So this is right up my alley and I really want to read it. Up next, I have another book that I've seen on Book Talk a lot, and is My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. And I bought this at the works when I was in the UK. And I've heard so many good things about it. And I do love myself a good vampire book. Okay, I'm a simple girl. I love a good vampire book. And I absolutely adore this cover as well. Like, I think it's so cute. I love the art style of it. I love the vibes. I love the different aesthetics. It just looks so good. This says, Cozy Greenberg needs a new place to live and fast. When she finds an affordable apartment in a beautiful neighborhood, she knows there must be a catch. Of course, her new roommate, Frederick J. Fitzwilliam, is far from normal. He sleeps all day, is out at night on business, and talks like he walked out of a romance novel. He also leaves Casey heart-melting notes around the apartment, always asks about her day, and doesn't look held back, shirtless on the rare occasion they're both home and awake. There's no denying there's a spark between them, but there's also a secret. With true love at stake, will Frederick complain? I just think this sounds like such a fun, easy to read book. Like, it just looks like a fun, cute romance book. I'm very excited to read it. This is another book I've had on my TBR for the longest amount of time, and it's Mr. Fixer-Upper by Lucy Score. And can we all just take a moment to realize that I've never read a Lucy Score book before? This is the only book I have by her, so I hope it's good. And I've heard many good things about her writing, I just haven't picked it up yet. And I don't know, the other series have, like Things We Never Got Over, like that one doesn't really speaks to me, but this one sounds very fun. So I have this cute book, and I love the cover as well. It's simple, but I think it's cute. I think it will look pretty on like my bookshelf once I finally read it and get to add it from my TBR card to my actual bookshelf. Now, this is actually a duology, but I've only added the first book to my summer TBR because I'm the kind of person who doesn't read series in a row. I'm crazy like that, I know. And this is A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow. And I've never heard anyone talk about this book, but I think it sounds really fun. And it just says, where is the fucking... It doesn't have a synopsis. It doesn't have a synopsis. So I guess you guys will just have to be surprised with me if I read it for a video. I don't know, but like it just has quotes on the back, so I can't really help you guys. This book I've also had on my TBR for ages, and it's The Paid Bridesmaid by Sarah Wilson. And when I bought this one first, I was like, oh my god, I will read it immediately. Did I? No, of course I didn't. And it just says, a wedding is no place to fall in love. Rachel Winston is a bridesmaid for hire. Part confident, part wedding planner, and 100% pretend BFF. Discretion guaranteed. Her next gig is a destination wedding, live streamed and sponsored from an Instagram influencer. That means a paradise of new contacts, which could be a boon to her already booming business. If Rachel can keep the very handsome and slightly too interested best man at bay, that is. High-tech entrepreneur Camden Lewis must know who is this gorgeous, intelligent, and mysterious woman. Too good to be real. Convinces a corporate spy at the tanker's company, Camden's not letting her out of his sight, but the constant surveillance is also opening his eyes to things about Rachel that he likes. If she's a spy, she's certainly the cutest one he's ever seen. As the week worth of wedding events march along, Rachel and Camden are learning almost everything there is to know about each other. Rachel's made a career out of always a bridesmaid, but perhaps there's a chance for her own trip down the aisle. Like, it just sounds like a fun, cute read. Once again, it just feels like a perfect book to read during the summer. It's not that thick, and it's kind of cute, I guess. It's not my favorite cover, but it's still kind of cute. Up next, we have the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. All it takes is a little bit of sugar and spice. I love the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, so I'm definitely excited to read the sequel in it. And then I will probably go out and buy the other book when I have the time. I won't read the back for you guys because I don't want to skip any spoilers, because they're kind of like an intertwined series. I think you can read this one as a standalone, but I'm not sure. So we're just gonna keep that back a little secret, but look at how cute it is. Like, wait, these covers are just adorable. Second to last, we have Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. I only tried to read one cowboy romance before, and it was Flawless by Elsa Silver. And spoiler alert, I DNF'd it. I didn't like it at all, but I've heard very good things about this one, so I think this will be a fun read. And I love the cover, but this it works as well. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this book. I think everyone pretty much knows what this book is about, so mentioning it, but not really talking about it. And then last but not least, we have another horror book, and it's Bury a Gaze by Chuck Tingle. Look at the cover, it looks so cool. I'm gonna see this one anywhere on Bookshop or Booktube or whatever, or Bookstagram even. And it just says, Misha knows that chasing success in Hollywood can be hell, but finally, after years of trying to make it, his big moment is here, an Oscar nomination. And the executives at the studio for his long-running streaming series know just to think to take his career to the next level, kill off the gay characters for the algorithm in the upcoming season finale. Misha refused, but he soon realizes that he's just been a target on his own back. And what's worse, monsters from his horror movie gaze are stalking him and his friends to the hills above Los Angeles. Haunted by his past, Misha must risk his entire career, his entire future, before the horror from the sofa screen finds a way to bury him for good. This sounds so cool. I'm so excited to read it. And just look at the cover. Okay, those are the 10 books I want to read this summer. I'm very excited. I hope I will actually read all of them. Probably not, but who knows? Who knows? Okay, I might surprise myself. So yeah, leave a comment down below commenting what you want to read this summer. And if you have anything else I should add to my summer TBR, don't tell anyone else that. Leave a like if you did enjoy this video, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!